Welcome back to Uprising TV. I am here with two members of Lastelle. It is the first man, Adam, and the man with two names, John Joe.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello there.
Welcome, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Absolute pleasure. Right, everyone says that. Say it like you mean it.
I'm offended. I'm very happy to be here.
Are you offended or are you happy to be here?
I'm having a great time.
Or both with your names.
Yeah. I'm happily offended.
Hey, that's perfect. That's perfect. How was it? Got to ask, how was it?
Yeah, we had a really good time.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
I like that. We had a really good time. Crowd hated us.
Yeah.
We had a really good time.
No one else did.
Yeah.
We don't care. No,
Yeah.
we had a great time. It was good fun.
I think to a certain extent that is the right attitude. But, like, go out there. If we have a good time, then we've got to have faith in that enough people out there are also going to have a good time.
Well, yeah, I think that's a big part of it because, like, we've always kind of said that like, if we play a show to 5 people, if we have a good time to 5 people, they're going to go away being like, we had a good time.
Yeah.
Where if we look bored for 5 people, they're going to go away being like, that man's shit.
But I think for me, you can get away with more the smaller the crowd. So you can actually, you can go off piece. You can go, oh, do you know what? Should we try? No, let's try that new song we've been working on. It's like who's ever going to know?
Yeah.
It's not important. I call these gigs paid rehearsals. That is because I also
for clarity, today was not that. We had
I smashed it. Absolutely amazing. Headliners really fucked off. They went down so well. Which is ultimately what you're looking for, unless you're the headline. But sorry, where were we?
We had a nice time.
Yeah, we had
the crowd might have had a nice time.
Yeah, no, we were. And I've done stand-up comedy for 25 years, and it's very much that in comedy, which is if you've got a smaller crowd, you can actually have more fun. Because the bigger the gig, the bigger the crowd, the more important it is. Like, yes, you can have fun, but it's still that thing. It's still that big thing you've been working up to. It's important. People expect, etc. But when it is small, you can actually, sometimes just, chuck the wheels off.
We actually find it quite hard to actually gauge the crowd sometimes because with our music it's quite slow and it's sort of quite full on. It's not there really to mosh, is it? So people aren't sure what to do.
Right. Yeah.
But then after we finish the set, we think, oh, did they like it? And then people come up and they say, I've not seen a show like that. That's because I think we kind of slot into it. Like downstairs, they're moshing. No one moshed for us. I love it when they mosh. I do love it, but because we're quite slow, we're like a wall of sound opposed to. A groove or something like that.
You can't mosh to slow.
It's more of take it in and enjoy it. So
which is difficult for people to express, other than applaud between songs, or do you not have between songs?
We have a few in between songs, but it is it's drawn out a little bit, isn't it? Yeah,
and I think it's not. We're not going to ask people to, because I think a gig like today, we're probably one of the lesser metal, not that metal compared to a lot of bands that are playing today.
But still a wall of sound.
It's still very loud, but it's it's not like chuggy guitars and double bass pedaling and stuff. It's more just loud, and I think people don't really know what to do. If they mosh, we're like, that's wicked. We're having a great time. If they don't, it's like, cool. They're just figuring it out. That's fine.
And we sometimes think afterwards, we're like, did they enjoy it? And then the amount of compliments that we get, it's you can tell that I think people are enjoying it.
Well, here's a good gauge for you. If they're there when you come on and they're there when you come off, they enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Because if they didn't, they just vote with their feet.
And we had the test that we were next to the smoking area, so they could have left if they wanted to for a fag.
Right. So you were up against the beguiling draw of nicotine.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
And it's a sunny day.
Yeah. Oh, sunshine, nicotine. Lack of moshing music. Well, you were literally driving people into the smoking area, weren't you? Go on, get out! Get out!
I do think that we don't stick out like a sore thumb. That's probably the wrong way to put it. But in these type of lineups, when we've had before, someone's come up to us and go like, "Where were the breakdowns?" And it's like, we're
like
a post-rocky band.
Right.
We're a post-hardcore band.
Okay, so let me throw this one at you.
Yes.
Okay, first man and two names. What is the perfect festival? What's the festival that exists right now where you go, well, obviously they've booked us because that's where we should be.
Well, don't get me wrong, Uprising.
Yeah.
Number two.
Hey, I'm not trying to get sacked here. It's not a trick question.
Yeah, we want to come back next year. So I think...
play the smoking area.
Yeah, play the smoking area.
Yeah.
I think Arctangent is...
I knew you were going to say Arctangent.
Yes. We would love the opportunity. And we also do love 2000 Trees, but that's because we've been there loads of times just as punters.
Oh,
and,
right, okay.
Just, we've not played there before. So,
right. So that's 2000 Trees, if you're watching, and Arctangent, if you're watching. Okay? Get on it.
Yeah. I also think there are, don't get me, we've got the opportunity to play at Download in 2 weeks. We're playing at one of the smaller stages, and that's the first time we've been there. And we're just absolutely chuffed. That
you get on the Download radar, then that's good news.
But the fact that you said, what's the perfect one? I think at the end of the day, we don't mind being alongside like heavy metal bands and hardcore bands, because I sometimes think that the conversations that we have with people are like, well, that was different. You've got a trumpet in your band. We've got a trumpet. We've got a singing drummer. And those people come up to us and they talk about that.
Oh, we've got a singing drummer.
Yeah.
Sorry, did you say singing? I thought you said annoying.
Well, he's not here, so we can say it. But I think
he calls it singing. The rest of us call it shouting.
Exactly.
Out of time.
So I think, that the thing is even if the festival is really heavy or it's really light, who knows? We've got singing, we've got harmonies, we've got screaming, we've got trumpet, so...
something for everybody.
Something for everyone, damn it. So, yeah.
That's really cool, man. That's really cool. So, but also I think when you, describing your music, playing with metal bands, playing with hardcore bands, playing on bills like this, it's because these genres, this community is so broad-minded and accepting.
Yes.
And that is why I think a lot of bands who maybe musically don't fit with the overall vibe of the bill fit, because it's like, well, do you know what? People will like them.
Yeah. It is the beauty of metal, isn't it? There are so many... Every car journey, every van journey, we're talking about subgenres of different... at the end of the day, there's just so many different types of metal. And, and we knew what we wanted to make, didn't we? John Joe has loads of, post-rocky influences that you love. But then we still have, pop choruses. And then we've got a couple of heavy bits. I say that I scream in the band, but I'm just talking about pop and post rock. But I think that's the beauty of metal, really, isn't it?
But also, I think that funnily enough, that really made me smile when you were talking about the genres, because when I first started out with my band, we would be in a van driving to gigs, talking about the genres that existed, which were heavy metal. And the new genre that we were playing, thrash metal.
Nice.
They were the two.
Yes.
It's a bit different now.
No shit. Yeah. But that's amazing. And I still think that's why thrash metal has such a place in all of this, because it's kind of like it was the first seed that planted all of the other genres. From thrash. From Slayer comes death metal, or does it? Whereas
someone's going to argue with that in a moment.
Some gatekeeper dickhead in a basement
I think
somewhere.
you'll find it's neo-crust.
Yeah. Well, of course, death metal killed thrash metal. I think you'll find thrash metal turned a gun upon itself with its failure to innovate and was overtaken by crust and grunge.
Yeah, the amount of times we just sort of like, no, I think you'll find it.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
But you catch yourself doing it, don't you? I do it all the time. It's like, oh yeah, but what about? But is that really? Then it's like, oh, are we having that conversation?
Who cares?
Yeah. It doesn't matter, does it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But it's like there's nothing worse than talking about music. And by that I mean
Full stop.
yeah, fuck it. End of interview. Yeah, fuck off. Stop watching. You voyeuristic people. No, when you're writing music, when you're in the room together, or you're sat next to each other in front of a laptop. Either way, when you're trying to do, that bit, the bit, and then it slows, and then I think, and you're like. I don't know what bit of the song you're talking about. You know the bit, and it's like, oh God, play it, play it. It's the only way to end the conversation, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
It's like, no, just play it, because music is about, funnily enough, when it all starts going wrong and you start having arguments, when you're trying to talk about what you mean.
Yeah.
It's like, no, just do what you mean, play it.
There's two people in the band that butts heads.
Oh, really?
Never in like a
not a
bad
bad
way, but it's always like, I have an opinion, you have an opinion, and you being the lead instrumental writer, and then I'm like, oh, you should all drop out here, and you were like, well, I want it to swell.
Yeah, we like butt heads in a not in a like argumentative way. In like if anyone's going to disagree about what should happen next in this song, it's going to be us two. Yeah. So it's not a bad thing. It's just how the process goes about. And I think that's kind of, again, we say about the genres and stuff. We all have our own influences. We all take this from that genre and that from that genre. And then if it was just up to me or just up to you, we'd sound like our favourite bands and stuff. And it's that kind of crossover that I think allows us to like.
You sound like Sigur Rós.
Yeah, so Sigur Rós
and I sound like a K-pop band.
Yeah.
Wow, I tell you what, given what you said there, I never want to hear your.
You're going to listen after this.
Yeah. You're going to fucking pin me down.
You're going to fucking love it.
Even at my age, I can run. Okay. That's funnily enough, when you were talking there, I was thinking currently working on new music with our guitarist, and we were having not an argument the other day, but a disagreement about a section, and I was saying there should be a guitar solo there, and he was saying there should be singing there. And I was like, no, but this is good. This is great. Yeah. Like, you're campaigning for me, and I'm campaigning for you.
Yeah, that's the weird way around.
That's the healthy way around, though, right?
Yeah, no, totally.
It's like, it beats the shit out the other way around, where he wants a solo and I want to sing on it, and that's
at the same time.
Yeah.
Harmonise with the guitar solo.
Yeah. Actually, why don't you just show me that note? I'll sing the fourth and eighth note, and not happening. So what are your plans for the rest of the year? We're only in May. You got the festivals, you got download.
Yeah, so download's next.
Art Tangent, obviously.
Oh well, we wish. Yeah.
Yeah. After this interview?
Yeah.
Slam Dunk.
Yeah. We'll play Slam Dunk too. Yeah.
We're playing Slam Dunk North tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, very good, guys. Very good.
But
very good.
Last two singles.
Yeah. So we've got download in a couple of weeks or so. It's a couple of weeks.
I think it's in 2 weeks or so.
Shit. But it's
wow.
Best
book of rehearsals.
So we got that, and then we're playing a Rockstad. Is that how it's pronounced? I think Rockstad. Yeah. In Romania. So we're playing a Romanian festival.
How did that happen then?
They said you want to play a festival. We were
I honestly think that the booker definitely was like, these guys are rad because we're playing with black metal bands in Transylvania.
So it's again a bit like it's like a more extreme version of today, where we were like, we don't know how well we fit with like the lineup on this and we had a great time. We were a bit like, will people like us? And that's like a more extreme version of that, because it's like the headliner for the stage we're playing is Dimmu Borgir, which is like extreme as you can get.
Do you know what? My experience of this was playing a death metal festival, and like Acid Rain is fun thrash, for want of a better word, right? And it was just solid death metal, right? Like I think the band afterwards was like Dragged Into Darkness or something like that. It was like candelabras, 3 of them, not even facing the audience, facing the stage, lit, backlit, never said a word. Yeah. Well, just before then, we'd been jumping around like school children, like having a great time, right? You'll go down, you'll be great. You are the breath that everybody needs.
Yeah, but
you are the oxygen of the day.
I mean, that's kind of like how we said earlier. Like, that's how we like to look at it. We're like,
yeah, absolutely.
So if you see 12 death metal bands, or one of them isn't death metal, the band that wasn't is going to be the one that you might go, oh, I remember those guys. They were different. Yeah,
absolutely. Everybody is going to be like, oh, right, yeah, cool. Something I can chill to, something I can just like listen to instead of like, you know, wormhole over or
there won't be a pit, so they don't have to worry about that.
We're gonna get a trumpet pit.
Yeah, get a trumpet.
Get a slow mosh going.
Yeah.
Well, look, guys, I wish you the best in Transylvania.
Thank you so much.
Try not to come back vampires, you know. But if
no promises. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I get you. Awesome. Look. Lovely to meet you both.
Lovely to meet
Adam,
you too. Thank you.
John Joe, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you.
So, check these guys out when you see them. Got a trumpet player. What's not to like?
It's actually a flugelhorn, and he'll get really angry if you...
Fuck him. Uprising TV, thank you very much. Catch you later.